Ladies and gentlemen, there's a quiet power in toughness, not the loud, boastful kind that seeks validation, but the steady, unyielding strength that comes from within, a strength forged in the fires of life's trials. Today we explore 8 signs that reveal the essence of true toughness. Toughness begins with the heart, and at its core lies emotional resilience. It is a quality that defines the ability to face life's inevitable storms without being swept away by them. Emotional resilience is not about suppressing emotions or pretending they don't exist. On the contrary, it's about embracing them, allowing oneself to feel the full spectrum of joy, pain, sorrow, and hope, while maintaining an unyielding sense of self. And a resilient person understands that emotions are not weaknesses, they are teachers. Pain teaches us where we need to heal. Joy reminds us of the beauty in life, and sorrow deepens our capacity for empathy and understanding. To possess emotional resilience, to recognize these lessons, and grow stronger because of them, not in spite of them. Life is not a linear journey, and the truly tough are those who can navigate its twists and turns without losing their footing. Resilience requires facing adversity head-on, even when the weight of the world seems unbearable. It's about enduring heartbreaks, disappointments, and failures while refusing to let them define your identity. Instead of succumbing to despair, the emotionally resilient person finds a way to process these experiences constructively. They give themselves permission to grieve, to feel, and to be vulnerable, knowing that vulnerability is not a sign of frailty, but a source of inner strength. This strength does not come from ignoring struggles, but from meeting them with courage and clarity. The resilient person doesn't just ask, "Why did this happen to me?" They also ask, "What can I learn from this? How can I grow?" This shift in perspective is crucial. It transforms obstacles into opportunities, setbacks into stepping stones, and failures into fuel for progress. Emotional resilience is not about avoiding the rain, it's about learning to dance in the downpour and finding beauty even in the storm. Resilient individuals also possess an extraordinary capacity to regulate their emotions. They understand that while emotions are natural, they are not always accurate reflections of reality. Anger, fear, or sadness may arise, but resilience allows them to pause, reflect, and respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. This emotional regulation is a skill that takes practice and self-awareness, but it is a cornerstone of true toughness. Another hallmark of emotional resilience is the ability to maintain hope even when the odds seem stacked against you. Hope is not a naive expectation that everything will be perfect. It is the steadfast belief that things can and will get better, even if the path forward is unclear. Resilience feeds on this hope, drawing strength from it and using it as a light to guide the way through the darkest times. Moreover, resilience is deeply connected to self-compassion. Tough people know that being hard on themselves is not the answer. Instead, they treat themselves with the same kindness and understanding they would offer a dear friend. When they falter or make mistakes, they don't berate themselves. They acknowledge their humanity and commit to doing better. This self-compassion fortifies their resolve and reminds them that progress is more important than perfection. It's important to note that emotional resilience doesn't mean going it alone. Tough people recognize the value of connection and community. They seek support when needed, leaning on trusted friends, family, or mentors. They know that asking for help is not a sign of weakness, but an act of courage. Resilience is often bolstered by these connections, which provide comfort, perspective, and encouragement during challenging times. Emotional resilience is about balance. It is the equilibrium between strength and vulnerability, determination and flexibility, solitude and connection. It is a dynamic process, one that evolves with experience and grows stronger with every trial faced and overcome. The resilient person is like a tree with deep roots. No matter how fierce the winds, they remain firmly grounded, bending but never breaking. To embody emotional resilience is to carry within you an unwavering belief in your capacity to endure, to heal, and to thrive. It is a quiet yet profound toughness that allows you to move through life with grace, no matter what challenges come your way. Fear is a universal experience, an inescapable part of being human, yet what distinguishes truly tough individuals is not the absence of fear, but their remarkable ability to face it head-on. Fearlessness does not imply a lack of apprehension or worry. It signifies the courage to move forward despite them. It is the determination to push through discomfort and uncertainty, driven by the belief that growth lies on the other side of fear. Fear. Tough people recognize that fear often serves as a signal, a guidepost, indicating where challenges lie and where personal growth can occur. They do not let fear paralyze them or dictate their decisions. Instead, they confront it, dissect it, and use it as a tool for self-discovery. By facing their fears, they gain insights into their limitations and discover strengths they never knew they possessed. Sample 3. By facing their fears, they gain insights into their limitations and discover strengths they never knew they possessed. Tempo 3. Fearlessness also involves a deep sense of purpose. When a person is rooted in a clear understanding of their goals and values, they find the motivation to confront even the most daunting challenges. This sense of purpose provides clarity amid chaos, helping them see beyond the immediate discomfort and focus on the bigger picture. It is not that they are immune to fear. They are simply unwilling to let it divert them from the path they have chosen. And I believe another hallmark of fearlessness is the willingness to take risks. The tough understand that safety and comfort are often illusions, and clinging to them can lead to stagnation. They are not reckless, but they are bold. They weigh their options, assess the potential outcomes, and then take the leap, fully aware that failure is a possibility. Yet they also know that failure is not the end. It is a stepping stone. Every stumble and misstep is an opportunity to learn, adapt, and try again with greater wisdom. In facing challenges, fearlessness manifests as resilience in action. The tough refuse to back down when confronted with obstacles. They persevere, drawing on inner reserves of strength and determination. They approach problems with creativity and resourcefulness, finding solutions where others might see only dead ends. Even when the odds seem insurmountable, they press on, driven by an unwavering belief in their ability to overcome. Fearlessness is also about embracing vulnerability. It takes immense courage to admit when you are afraid, to acknowledge your uncertainties and insecurities. The tough do not see vulnerability as a weakness. They see it as an essential part of the human experience. By embracing their fears and sharing them with others, they build connections, foster trust, and inspire those around them to confront their own fears. A fearless person understands that fear is often rooted in the unknown. They combat this by seeking knowledge, preparing themselves, and gaining a deeper understanding of the challenges they face. Preparation is their ally, providing them with the confidence to navigate uncertainty. Whether it's studying for an exam, training for a competition, or planning for a difficult conversation, they leave as little to chance as possible, arming themselves with the tools needed to succeed. Yet, even with preparation, fearlessness demands a leap of faith. It requires stepping into the arena, knowing that outcomes are never guaranteed. Tough people accept this reality and move forward regardless. They trust in their abilities and have faith in the process, even when the path ahead is shrouded in doubt. This trust is not blind optimism, but a grounded belief in their capacity to handle whatever comes their way. Fearlessness also involves standing up for what is right, even when it is unpopular or inconvenient. Tough individuals do not shy away from difficult conversations or confrontations. They advocate for themselves and others, speaking their truth even when their voice shakes. This moral courage is a defining trait, reflecting their integrity and commitment to their principles. Fearlessness is about transformation. It is the act of turning fear into fuel, using it as a catalyst for action rather than a barrier. It is about walking into the unknown with open eyes and a steady heart, ready to face whatever lies ahead. For the truly tough, fear is not an obstacle, it is an invitation to grow, evolve, and rise stronger than before. Strength often lies in knowing where to draw the line, and that is the essence of boundaries. Tough individuals understand the importance of setting boundaries, not as a defense mechanism to shut others out, but as a powerful affirmation of their self-worth. Boundaries are not walls, they are bridges that allow people to connect in healthy, respectful ways while maintaining their own sense of identity and integrity. A person who is truly tough knows that saying no is not a weakness, but an act of courage. It takes immense strength to stand firm when the pressure to please or conform is overwhelming. Saying no is not about rejecting others, it is about honoring oneself. It is an acknowledgement of one's own needs, limits, and values. Tough individuals refuse to overextend themselves to the point of exhaustion or compromise their principles to gain approval. They know that a life without boundaries is a life without balance. Boundaries are an essential form of self-care. They protect one's emotional, mental, and physical well-being, allowing space to recharge and refocus. Tough individuals recognize that they cannot pour from an empty cup, so they prioritize their health and energy by setting limits. This is not selfishness, it is self-preservation. By respecting their own boundaries, they can show up fully and authentically in their relationships and endeavors. The act of establishing boundaries requires self-awareness. Tough people take the time to understand their values, priorities, and triggers. They reflect on what truly matters to them and align their boundaries accordingly. This clarity enables them to navigate life with a sense of purpose and direction, rather than being swept along by the demands and expectations of others. They know who they are, and their boundaries reflect that self-assuredness. Maintaining boundaries is not always easy. It often means having difficult conversations and confronting uncomfortable truths. Tough individuals are willing to face these challenges because they understand the long-term benefits of clear, healthy boundaries. They communicate their needs assertively yet respectfully, ensuring that others understand where they stand. This assertiveness is not about dominance, but about mutual respect, a recognition that every relationship thrives on clear expectations and open communication. Boundaries also protect against toxic influences. Tough people are not afraid to distance themselves from situations or individuals that undermine their well-being. They recognize the signs of manipulation, disrespect, or negativity and act decisively to safeguard their peace. This might mean walking away from a draining friendship, setting limits with a demanding colleague, or even reevaluating family dynamics. While these decisions can be painful, tough individuals prioritize their mental and emotional health, understanding that they cannot thrive in an environment that constantly erodes their spirit. At the same time, boundaries are not about rigidity or isolation. Tough people know when to bend without breaking. They approach relationships with flexibility and understanding, recognizing that compromise is sometimes necessary. However, they never compromise their core values or self-respect. They strike a delicate balance between being open and being firm, allowing others to share their space, while boundaries are also a way to teach others how to treat you. Tough individuals lead by example, demonstrating what respect, kindness, and consideration look like in practice. When they enforce their boundaries, they send a clear message that they value themselves and expect others to do the same. This not only fosters healthier relationships, but also inspires others to set their own boundaries. Another vital aspect of boundaries is the ability to release guilt. Many people struggle with setting limits because they fear disappointing others. Tough individuals, however, recognize that they cannot control how others feel about their decisions. They focus on what they can control, their own actions and attitudes. They let go of the need to be everything to everyone, understanding that it is not their responsibility to meet every demand or expectation placed upon them. Boundaries are a profound expression of self-respect and self-love. They reflect an understanding that every person has the right to protect their time, energy, and peace. Tough people honor this right, both for themselves and others, creating a life that is not only resilient, but also deeply fulfilling. By setting boundaries, they carve out a space where they can grow, thrive, and contribute meaningfully to the world around them. Adaptability is one of the most profound signs of toughness, a quiet strength that allows individuals to thrive in the face of change and uncertainty. Life is unpredictable, and tough individuals understand that clinging to rigidity in an ever-changing world is a recipe for frustration and stagnation. They know that survival, growth, and success depend on the ability to bend without breaking, to shift course when necessary while staying true to their core values. Tough people approach change not as something to fear, but as an opportunity to learn and evolve. They recognize that life's challenges are often disguised as invitations to expand their understanding and capabilities. Instead of resisting change, they embrace it with curiosity, asking, "What can I discover here? How can this situation shape me into a better version of myself?" This mindset transforms even the most daunting changes into stepping stones for growth. Adaptability is rooted in a deep sense of self-awareness. Tough individuals have a clear understanding of their strengths, weaknesses, and priorities. This awareness enables them to evaluate situations objectively and determine the best course of action. They are not afraid to reassess their plans or let go of approaches that no longer serve them. By staying grounded in their identity while remaining open to new possibilities, they maintain a sense of balance and purpose, even when the ground beneath them shifts. One of the hallmarks of adaptability is flexibility in thought. Tough individuals do not cling to rigid beliefs or outdated ways of thinking. They are willing to entertain new perspectives, challenge their assumptions, and admit when they are wrong. This intellectual flexibility allows them to find creative solutions to problems and adapt to circumstances that others might find insurmountable. It is not a sign of indecision, but of wisdom, an understanding that growth often requires letting go of old ways to make room for the new. Adaptability also involves resilience in action. Tough people are prepared to pivot when obstacles block their path. Instead of being deterred by setbacks, they see them as redirections, opportunities to explore alternative routes. They are resourceful and innovative, drawing on their inner strength to find solutions where others see dead ends. Whether it's learning a new skill, adjusting to a new environment, or redefining their goals, they approach each challenge with determination and creativity. Another essential aspect of adaptability is emotional agility. Life's changes often bring with them a whirlwind of emotions: fear, uncertainty, excitement, and even grief. Tough individuals acknowledge and process these emotions without allowing them to take control. They understand that emotions are a natural response to change, but they do not let those feelings dictate their actions. Instead, they use their emotional intelligence to navigate transitions with grace, staying calm and focused even in the face of turmoil. Tough people are also proactive in their adaptability. They do not wait passively for circumstances to force change upon them. Instead, they anticipate challenges and prepare for them in advance. They stay informed, cultivate a growth mindset, and invest in their own development, equipping themselves with the skills and knowledge needed to handle whatever comes. This proactive approach ensures that they are not only able to react to change, but also to seize the opportunities it presents. Adaptability requires a willingness to let go of control. Tough individuals understand that not everything in life can be planned or predicted. They learn to trust in their ability to handle the unknown, to take one step at a time, even when the path ahead is unclear. This trust in themselves allows them to move forward with confidence, knowing that they have the strength and resilience to face whatever challenges lie ahead. In relationships, adaptability is expressed through understanding and compromise. Tough people recognize that every connection requires a certain level of give and take. They're willing to adjust their expectations, and meet others where they are, fostering harmony and collaboration. This does not mean abandoning their own needs or values, but rather finding a way to honor both their own boundaries and those of others. Adaptability is not just about surviving change, it is about thriving through it. Tough individuals see life's shifts and disruptions as opportunities to redefine themselves, to grow stronger, and to discover new horizons. They move through change with resilience, courage, and unwavering belief in their ability to evolve. Adaptability is not just a skill they practice, it is a mindset they embody, a testament to their inner toughness and their commitment to living fully and authentically, no matter what life may bring. Self-discipline is the invisible backbone of toughness, the quiet force that drives individuals to pursue their goals and values with unwavering commitment. It is not about perfection, but about persistence, the daily choices that build momentum toward growth and success. Tough people understand that life is not merely about waiting for the right circumstances, but about creating them through consistent effort and determination. At its core, self-discipline is the ability to prioritize long-term goals over immediate gratification. Tough individuals have a clear vision of what they want to achieve, and they are willing to make sacrifices in the present to realize that future. They understand that the most meaningful accomplishments often require patience, hard work, and endurance. While others may be tempted to take shortcuts or abandon their efforts when challenges arise, disciplined individuals stay the course, knowing that true progress comes from sustained effort. This strength of will does not come naturally, it is cultivated through intentional practice. Tough people build routines and habits that support their goals, creating structure in their lives to guide them through moments of uncertainty or temptation. They recognize that motivation alone is fleeting, but discipline provides the consistency needed to move forward even when motivation wanes. It is in these moments, when the work feels hard or uninspired, that their toughness truly shines. Self-discipline also involves an extraordinary level of self-awareness. Tough individuals take the time to reflect on their priorities, values, and intentions. They are honest with themselves about their strengths and weaknesses, using this knowledge to create strategies that keep them on track. They know when to push themselves harder and when to allow for rest and recovery, striking a balance that sustains their energy and focus over the long term. Another aspect of self-discipline is the ability to manage distractions. The modern world is filled with endless sources of instant gratification and noise that can pull attention away from what truly matters. Tough people are not immune to these temptations, but they have developed the ability to say no to what does not serve their goals. They create boundaries to protect their time and energy, recognizing that every moment spent on distractions is a moment lost from pursuing their vision. Tough individuals also embrace accountability as a cornerstone of self-discipline. They hold themselves responsible for their actions, decisions, and outcomes, refusing to shift blame or make excuses. This accountability is not about self-criticism, but about owning their journey and learning from their experiences. When they falter, they do not dwell on their mistakes. Instead, they analyze what went wrong, adjust their approach, and recommit to their goals with renewed determination. Self-discipline is often tested in moments of adversity. Tough people understand that setbacks are inevitable, but they refuse to let these challenges derail them. They approach obstacles with resilience and resourcefulness, finding ways to adapt and keep moving forward. They do not wait for perfect conditions to take action. They make progress with what they have where they are, trusting in their ability to figure things out along the way. One of the defining traits of self-discipline is the ability to delay gratification. Tough individuals understand that the rewards worth having often require time and effort to achieve. They resist the lure of quick fixes and easy wins, focusing instead on building something lasting and meaningful. Whether it's pursuing a career goal, cultivating a relationship, or improving their health, they are willing to put in the work because they know the value of what they are striving for. Self-discipline also fosters a sense of pride and self-respect. Each small victory, each decision to stay on track, reinforces a belief in their own capabilities. Tough people derive confidence from knowing that they can rely on themselves to follow through, even when the path is difficult. This self-trust becomes a foundation for great achievements, as they take on new challenges with the assurance that they have the discipline to succeed. Self-discipline is about aligning actions with intentions. Tough individuals live with integrity, ensuring that their choices reflect their deepest values and aspirations. It is not about living without pleasure or spontaneity, but about making deliberate decisions that contribute to a meaningful and purposeful life. Through their disciplined approach, they demonstrate a quiet but profound toughness, a testament to their ability to persevere, grow, and succeed on their own terms. Emotional control is a hallmark of toughness, an attribute that reveals a person's ability to stay composed, focused, and resilient no matter what life throws at them. It is not about suppressing feelings or pretending emotions do not exist. It is about mastering them, understanding their influence, and channeling them in productive ways. Tough individuals are not immune to the storms of emotion, but they have learned to navigate them with a steady hand, ensuring that feelings enhance rather than derail their journey. At its core, emotional control starts with awareness. Tough individuals have a deep understanding of their emotional landscape. They recognize when frustration, anger, sadness, or even joy begins to rise within them. This awareness allows them to pause, take stock of what they are feeling, and choose their response intentionally rather than reacting impulsively. They know that emotions are powerful drivers, capable of shaping thoughts, decisions, and relationships, and they treat them with the respect they deserve. One of the key aspects of emotional control is the ability to remain calm under pressure. Life often presents moments of chaos, conflict, or uncertainty, and tough individuals are adept at maintaining their composure. They do not let panic take hold, nor do they allow their emotions to dictate their actions. Instead, they take a step back, assess the situation with clarity, and respond in a way that aligns with their goals and values. This calmness is not a natural gift, but a skill honed through practice and experience. Tough people also understand the importance of emotional regulation in decision-making. They are aware that emotions can cloud judgment, leading to impulsive choices that may not serve their best interests. When faced with important decisions, they take the time to reflect, separating their feelings from the facts at hand. They ask themselves questions like, is this emotion guiding me toward the right choice, or is it a distraction? By doing so, they ensure that their actions are grounded in logic and intention rather than fleeting emotional impulses. Emotional control does not mean avoiding difficult emotions. It means facing them head-on and processing them in healthy ways. Tough individuals understand that anger, sadness, fear, and disappointment are natural parts of life. Instead of bottling up these feelings or letting them fester, they find constructive outlets to express and release them. This might include talking to a trusted friend, journaling, exercising, or practicing mindfulness. By addressing their emotions directly, they prevent them from building up and causing harm in the long run. A critical component of emotional control is resilience in the face of negativity. Tough individuals encounter criticism, setbacks, and failure just like anyone else, but they do not allow these experiences to define or discourage them. They acknowledge the sting of disappointment or rejection, but they quickly shift their focus to what can be learned and how they can improve. They refuse to dwell in negativity, instead using it as a stepping stone toward growth and progress. Emotional control also plays a vital role in relationships. Tough people understand that their emotions impact those around them, and they strive to communicate with empathy and understanding. They avoid lashing out in anger or retreating into silence when conflicts arise, choosing instead to address issues with honesty and composure. This ability to stay level-headed fosters trust and respect, strengthening their connections with others. Another aspect of emotional control is the ability to manage stress effectively. Life's demands can be overwhelming, but tough individuals have developed strategies to maintain balance and prevent burnout. They prioritize self-care, set boundaries, and seek support when needed, recognizing that managing their emotional well-being is essential to their overall resilience. They do not view asking for help as a weakness, but as a proactive step toward maintaining their strength. Ultimately, emotional control is a testament to a person's inner strength and maturity. It reflects a commitment to growth, a willingness to confront challenges with courage, and a determination to live with intention. Tough individuals know that emotions are a natural part of the human experience, but they refuse to let them dictate their lives. Instead, they harness their emotional energy, using it to propel themselves forward and build a life of purpose, resilience, and authenticity. Accountability is the cornerstone of true toughness, a quality that demonstrates strength through ownership, responsibility, and integrity. Tough individuals understand that their lives are shaped by their decisions and actions, and they take full responsibility for the outcomes they experience, both the successes and the failures. This willingness to be accountable is not about perfection, but about standing firm in the truth of one's own agency. To be accountable is to recognize that blaming external circumstances, other people, or sheer bad luck does not lead to growth or resolution. Tough people resist the temptation to shift responsibility onto others, even when doing so might be easier in the moment. They know that excuses are a barrier to progress, while taking ownership opens the door to learning and improvement. By saying, "This is my responsibility," they empower themselves to take meaningful action and move forward. Accountability begins with honesty. Tough individuals are honest with themselves about their strengths, weaknesses, and areas for improvement. They do not shy away from acknowledging their mistakes or shortcomings because they see these moments as opportunities to learn. When they fall short, they do not dwell on guilt or regret, but instead ask, "What can I do differently next time?" This reflective mindset allows them to transform missteps into stepping stones for growth. Taking accountability also means following through on commitments. Tough people understand the value of their word and take great care to honor it. When they make a promise or set a goal, they approach it with dedication and determination. They do not overcommit or make hollow declarations. Instead, they assess their capacity and ensure they can deliver on what they say. This reliability builds trust with others and reinforces their own sense of self-respect. Tough individuals also embrace accountability in their relationships. They are willing to admit when they are wrong, offer sincere apologies, and make amends when necessary. They understand that accountability is not about avoiding conflict or seeking approval, but about showing respect for others and the relationship itself. When misunderstandings or disagreements arise, they address them with maturity and a commitment to resolution, rather than defensiveness or denial. However, in addition to owning their own actions, tough people recognize the importance of collective accountability. They are willing to contribute to group efforts, take responsibility for shared outcomes, and support their teammates or colleagues. They do not point fingers when things go wrong. Instead, they focus on solutions and how they can play a role in making things right. This collaborative approach fosters a sense of unity and shared purpose, inspiring others to embrace accountability as well. Accountability also requires a willingness to face challenges and setbacks head-on. Tough individuals understand that avoiding responsibility only prolongs difficulties and erodes personal growth. They confront problems directly, even when the situation is uncomfortable or complex. They approach obstacles with a mindset of problem-solving and resilience, recognizing that every challenge is an opportunity to demonstrate their strength and adaptability. Another essential aspect of accountability is the ability to set and maintain personal boundaries. Tough people are clear about their values and priorities, and they hold themselves accountable for honoring them. They do not allow others to dictate their choices or compromise their principles. By staying true to their own standards, they ensure that their actions align with their identity and aspirations. Self-discipline plays a significant role in accountability. Tough individuals create systems and habits that help them stay on track, such as setting goals, monitoring progress, and reflecting on their performance. They do not rely on external validation to stay motivated. Instead, They hold themselves to a high standard because they value their own potential. This internal drive allows them to achieve meaningful success on their own terms. Ultimately, accountability is about owning one's journey with courage and humility. Tough individuals embrace the reality that they are the authors of their own stories, and they take responsibility for the choices that shape their lives. By doing so, they demonstrate an unshakable strength of character, a commitment to growth, and an unwavering belief in their own ability to overcome challenges and create a life of purpose and fulfillment. In conclusion, toughness is not defined by outward displays of power or dominance, but by the quiet strength within. It is the ability to embrace challenges with resilience, to lead with compassion, and to stay true to one's values even in the face of adversity. Toughness lies in adaptability, the courage to pivot when life demands it, and in self-discipline, the determination to stay the course toward meaningful goals. It shines through emotional control, the capacity to navigate life storms with grace, and in accountability, the willingness to own one's actions and learn from every experience. True toughness does not isolate but connects. It fosters empathy and understanding while maintaining unwavering boundaries. It is not about avoiding fear or pain, but about moving through them with purpose and intention. Tough individuals inspire others, not by being invulnerable, but by demonstrating how vulnerability, when met with courage and integrity, can be a source of profound strength. Let these 8 signs serve as reminders of the depth of your own inner toughness. Embrace them, nurture them, and trust that they will guide you toward growth, fulfillment, and a life lived with authenticity and purpose. Toughness is not what you show, it is who you are.